Talking about spending some extra cash, Canadians have had some extra cash this past year, and they have been buying up recreational properties like toilet paper.
We're back to that analogy. Okay.
In my mind for some reason. No, but really, it has been really crazy. And I've had so many clients in the recreational property looking for right now, and have for this past year, a lot more than usual. So I thought our first segment can be about what is Canada's most expensive recreational market. Could you guess? Or will you guess?
Well, I figure the two most expensive areas in Canada for recreation, I would think, would be the Okanagan or the Lake Country area in Ontario.
You are a wise man, Mr. Pope.
I have my moments.
It has been crazy how the market has gone up. And actually, yesterday I reached out to my realtor in Oregon for my beach house there, and I just go, I'm not interested in selling, but curious, how much would my vacation property be there right now? And it's literally gone up 3 times the amount I bought it for a few years ago. Crazy high. And that's the Oregon coast, which was the last place to actually see its return in the equity since the crash in 2006, 7, 8. So it's crazy what everything's doing. But talking about Canada, so a survey from my brokerage RE/MAX conducted in partnership with Ledger determined that 57% of markets offered recreational properties for below $500,000, but the average price, it's believed, will rise by 30% in certain markets. And they also said 44% of recreational property purchasers have set aside $200,000 to $500,000 that they plan to use in the next year. And I can say that's all of my clients as well. So right on the money. So 59% of survey respondents who intend to buy cottage property in the next year are first-time buyers. I've got a couple of those too. While 21% are looking to buy recreational properties because they've been priced out of an urban center, 22% of respondents stated that they are taking advantage of low interest rates to facilitate their planned purchase, while 11% were seeking a recreational property before the pandemic began, and 15% weren't searching prior to March 2020, but are now. And I don't know if our listeners know, mentioned it before on the show, that as a Canadian, you can own 2 insured mortgages in your name, and you're allowed to have a secondary vacation kind of weekend getaway property with only 5% down. So with those who want to use the great low interest rates and they've got saved up some cash for down payment, this is a perfect opportunity to buy that vacation property. There's intense competition, though, among buyers in Canada's recreational property, no surprise, markets. And inventory is stretched very, very thin. So keep that in mind when you're looking. You're not going to find something overnight, most likely. But the vice president of the RE/MAX Ontario Atlantic Canada, Christopher Alexander, he's the chief strategy officer, and the executive vice president, had mentioned that Canadians recognize that recreational properties remain an affordable option in such a turbulent market. There are still many recreational markets across Canada that are deemed affordable despite the growing demand and rising prices. And so going on to the more specific price points, last week we had our May stat show, and this is a bit of stats overall for recreational properties in Canada. So the most affordable regions in Canada for waterfront properties include Thunder Bay at $425,800, Charlottetown at $334,000, almost $500, and the Interlake region of Manitoba at $364,000, almost. While the most expensive are, you said it, Curtis, Okanagan at $2,430,000, and Barrie and Cecil at $1,841,000, and the Niagara region $1,500,000 and almost $50,000. So 60 to 70% of recent buyers in the area are from the lower mainland of Vancouver, many of whom are already planning for their retirement. But the more obvious reason is how minimal the options for waterfront properties are. There's just not a lot of them. Waterfront properties are becoming more scarce, and I mean, it's just nowhere. Scarce can be, like hardly any. I've got a couple buyers right now looking for it, and it's hard, and that's part of why it's gone up so much as well. But they're thinking we better get in now because there's just less and less of it. So if you're looking or wanting waterfront property, there's no better time than get in, always sooner than later. Lots of newcomers to the Kelowna area, lots. So the price of an Okanagan waterfront property averages over $2 million, but it goes up to about $5 million. It's $3 to $5 million. There's quite a lot of sales in that price range as well. But the region is following a nationwide trend, so that's what's happening. A local there says that the trend that they've seen all across Canada, with people trying to move out of the densified urban cores to go somewhere more relaxed. And of course, Kelowna is it. It's like the Palm Springs of Canada. So it checks all the boxes, and it's still half the price of Vancouver. So that's why. And anyways, for more information, I actually have a video that I did. I auditioned for an HGTV show quite a few years back, and I did it on vacation properties, how to purchase a vacation property. It's called the Real Estate Show Vacation Properties 101, and I uploaded it in this last year to my YouTube channel. So you can go on there and learn, how do I go about purchasing a vacation property. It's a really fun little segment I did, and it's actually the audition I did for the show. And no, I didn't get the part, but it's because they ended up not doing that show that they were going to do. They still haven't done that specific show that they were planning on. But anyway, so there you go. You can have a look at that when you want.
Well, I was going to say, when is HDTV going to come calling and give us a show?
You know what? We need to get involved in maybe the Magnolia Network. Maybe and maybe in partnership with HTV. Maybe we should reach out to them.
Maybe we should, but again, I got a face for radio, so maybe it's just going to have to be you.
You and I already have an idea for a show, and it's under top secret right now. Only a few of us know, but that show is going to be fantastic. We should pitch it.
Well, you know what? I'm in.
Yeah.
Well, if people want more information about what you do as a realtor, or they just want to, work with us as producers on our concept, where can they get a hold of you and find out what you do?
MicheleCummins.ca.
We're back with more right after this.